for a strike. Yelich stands at second with no outs. Skied into straightaway right. Marisnick is under it. He makes the play. Runner tags and heads for third. And the throw from right will not be in time as he takes third on the flyout. So digging in now, Jesus Aguilar. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. A man at third with one away. Into the corner and slicing foul. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. The catcher wanted it down, and they got him to chase it for strike two. Takes this the other way to right. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Hey, with two strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think a non-executed pitch on the inner half, Dan, is exactly what the batter's looking for. Something he can keep his hands inside and just fist to the opposite field.
In there at the letters in his last trip to the plate. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. Throw won't get him. Tim Beckham will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 7.
Digging in, Corey Ray. And their runners at the corners now. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
I'm sure the boys are going to blow him up in the clubhouse for that ugly swing right here. But he has a chance to regroup. Take a deep breath, take a step out of the box, and know you got a few to play with.
The line. That's a foul ball. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. The next 0-2. Fouled away. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
That's a big strikeout there with the tying run over at first base. Now, with 2 outs, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that guy home. Probably need a ball in the gap to give him a chance.
Now time is called, and a bit of a curious decision here to say the least, is we'll get a pinch runner at third here. Don't know if something's wrong or what. Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. And he takes ball one.
No doubt, some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task.
Now the 1-0. Now his swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. Albies has a play, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win And he was.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. Atlanta took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Kevin Gausman picks up his team-leading 13th win. Nicholas Rivera earns the save out of the bullpen, his 8th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
A pitcher is encouraged to keep looking for improvement.
Nicholas Rivera answers the call here as they want their closer in now to try to keep it tied in the bottom of the 11th.
Rivera.
Striding in, Cesar Hernandez.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
You know, you look at this hitter, he doesn't care about being down 0-1. He doesn't care about having 2 strikes with him. He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
Hammered the other way to deep right field. So they're going back. He jumps, but he can't make the play. It's off the wall. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
Wow, he was willing that thing to get out of here. Would have given them the lead right here late in the game, but it ends up hitting off the wall, and he heads into second with an extra base hit. We'll see if the next man up can come through in the clutch here.
The left fielder, number 3, Adam Eaton.
In now is Adam Eaton. Looking. Go-ahead run over to third as he gets. Throw to first is in time for the first down. So a big moment in the ball game here. Gene Segura, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. Spin and a throw back to second, and he'll get back in standing. Here's the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard, but pulled it foul.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Up next will be Nick Williams. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Nick Williams.
Here's the first pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. In his career, Williams is exactly a .260 hitter. The 0-1. And a changeup right down the middle.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Line towards center field. Marisnick will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge.
Attaboy, good job.
Nicholas Rivera comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Nicholas Rivera.
Here's Echeverria now. He was a double play victim last time around. First delivery to him on the way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, Dero, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, Dero, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the break, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on a defense.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Ranging back is Inciarte. Off the sculpture. It's a home run. Here's Nolan Arenado.
Nolan.
Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
The batter, number 10.
And next to the plate will be J.T. Riddle. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
And there's ball two now.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
The 2-1. This one smoked the other way, high and deep to left. Acuna ranging back on the warning track. He makes the catch. Digging in and looking for more, Garrett Cooper. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a ball hit sharply toward third. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
Baseball from the Big Apple. We're at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. Gary Sanchez, an early contender for the home run crown, takes the field next. Jordan Montgomery is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's been throwing the ball great. How about in his last start? Only allowed 3 hits, worked deep in the game to get the win, and we'll see if he can match that in this one and make it 2 good starts in a row.
Ready now, Jeff McNeil. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for the Mets, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And we are underway this afternoon as the first pitch is over for a called strike one. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, they've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Nope,
Missed with a breaking ball.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
And the slider misses here, so he runs the count full, 3 and 2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Really good at-bat here from the leadoff hitter as he'll force him to throw another one. The next 3-2. And it's fouled away. The next 3-2. And that misses, ball 4. So a good battle to begin the ball game today, but the leadoff man will reach first anyway.
And that's just an incredible job at the plate by the leadoff man there. Not only did he make the pitch or throw a ton of pitchers and bust his tail, but he also won the battle and earned a free pass.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. So let's take a peek at the officiating crew in this one. Behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment.
The 1-0 home. Misses, ball 2.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Three and 0 now. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Next will be the designated hitter, Jed Lowry. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race. First offering on its way. Breaking ball in for a strike.
From a hitter's perspective, you knocked a donut off your bat knowing 2 things. This pitcher is out on the mound looking for a strikeout or a double play, so you better set your sights at least belt high.
The 0-1 on its way. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. None out, runners at first and second. Line toward right center. And that gets down as he can't get there in time. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Row. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out, give your team a chance, give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit, even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He brings a hit streak that currently sits at 6 games entering play. From the stretch. Breaking ball just misses the inside corner.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
A high fastball is in there.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole, and nearly a 3-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Full count now, 3-2. Wilson Ramos will be next. And he fouls this one off. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Keeps spiking him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Liner in there for a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Boy, what a battle there, D-Row. Several pitch at bat right there. He threw everything but the kitchen sink, and he was still able to get an RBI base hit.
And Dan, I can't tell you, the longer the ABs go, usually, I'll tell you, you get in that swing mode where if he throws the rosin bag, you're pulling the trigger on it. Wait for him to settle in his zone and not come outside of it and end up getting a knock.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. That misses. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Mets backstop.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And it's a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Now the payoff pitch home. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Settling in now, Todd Frazier, and the Mets with an opportunity for more damage here in the first. He's set, and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Lowry, the runner at third. Cespedes over at second. Ramos on at first with nobody out. And he misses 2-1.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
The 2-1 home. Now a rocket deep down the line in left. And this is going to plate at least two of those runners as it's down for extra bases. On to third, but he's in safely as they also score a pair of runs on the play.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their third hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go in this one.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. 1-0 the count. 4 runs here in this half inning. Outside, 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there, pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score. But one's all they get as the run scores.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. Brings home the run with a ground ball, but also moves the other guy over to third base. Good job of keeping it simple there.
Into the box now, Keon Broxton, and a chance to pile on here. 5 runs already in and a good shot at making it 6. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is line to left. Catch made in left. Here comes the runner for the plate. And a relay home is in time, and he's cut down at the plate as they team up to gun him down. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. It's the Mets 5 and the Yankees coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Noah Syndergaard, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. It seems like the more trouble he gets in, the better he pitches. Really tough to hit with runners in scoring position, and that's one of the reasons why his team loves when he's out on the mound. He doesn't give up very many crooked numbers.
Leading off for the Yankees.
Into the box, Miguel Andujar. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, we all know it. The man to watch, Giancarlo Stanton. He comes into this one among the leaders in slugging percentage. Top 5 in the American League. I love watching him when he comes to the plate. There's an electricity about this guy. He has power, and there's a swagger about him that you just can't miss.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, clearly this guy doesn't need many warm-up pitches because he's 98 miles an hour in the first inning. Newsflash to the offense, they better get it going.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two. Popped him up. Smith over to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Batting third, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
In now, DJ LeMahieu. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First offering on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Bases are empty here with two men out. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. I think a few of these folks need to get out of the sun. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Stepping in, Dominic Smith. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. Gone. He uses that short porch to an advantage home run. A solo shot down the line in right. Number 11 for him on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
You want to certainly drive home runs out of the ballpark, then you better get on the gas. And that's what he did right there. That fastball was not sneaking by him.
Up next for the Mets.
Stepping in now, Jeff McNeil. As he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. He worked a walk to open up the ball game. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number two. McNeil is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0, you'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from. All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And the guy I want to focus on is second baseman DJ LeMahieu. I think what we need to take into consideration is his ability to play that position at 6'4", 6'5", with soft hands and the ability to turn a double play. We already know he's an offensive force.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will, just to the right of the chalk, a fair ball. And he's in there easily at second with First pitch of the at-bat. Softly on a line to third. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out.
The left fielder, number 52. Yoenis.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. Runner in scoring position with two gone. He's set. Here it comes.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is. Here's big Aaron Judge. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going, so what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
I got to believe this is an awesome time for this pitcher to get real aggressive in the strike zone. He's got a huge lead. He knows he can pound and try and polish up his mechanics down and away.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Way out in front. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He went deep in the contest last night. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike one. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. One out, nobody on. The 0-2 once more. Fouled off. Another 0-2 coming. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now. He took the hat trick with 3 strikeouts yesterday, and here's another one today. Looks to me like he just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. Popped him up. Smith in foul ground. And that'll put an end to the inning as he brings it down on the warning track. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They still find themselves down 6-0. Stunning Central Park here on a beautiful day in the Big Apple. Welcome back to baseball from Yankee Stadium. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wilson Ramos. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. The pitch. third inning underway now as a curveball misses here to start things out. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos.
Well, 2-0 now, and this is where he makes his money. If he gets a pitch to Hackett, you can bet he's not going to hold back.
The 2-0 on the way. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Just a little bit off to start the third now. That's 3 straight balls.
Set to deliver on 3-0. Line towards center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it.
Third baseman, Todd Frazier.
Coming to the plate now, Todd Frazier stands in here after doubling home 2 in his first at-bat. Lays off 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled away. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Frazier in front, 3 balls and a strike. Ground ball foul down the left side. 1 out, nobody on. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
First delivery to him on the way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Nimmo, a rare Wyoming native. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Frazier, base runner at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat, and what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball, 1-0.
Well, even though these two teams are in different leagues, they do play each other every year because of the crosstown rivalry, and it's always pretty fun.
Yeah, and for the players, Matt, they love it. Not only is there more on the line than usual, like bragging rights, but they're not having to stay at hotels and all that. It's just like a normal home game where they're driving to a different ballpark.
And this is pulled fouled as he was way out. The 2-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. But this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down, and the inning continues. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Outside of home runs, nothing fires me up more than watching a good baseball player drive the ball at the opposite field. Talking about hitting the inside half of the baseball, that's exactly what happened right there. And when we say inside half of the baseball, imagine the ball coming to a complete stop halfway between home plate and the pitcher's mound, and then cutting that baseball in half and highlighting the inside half. That's where you're trying to take the knob of your bat or the hands to that spot and carve the inside half of the baseball with power.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0.
What a great game is going. What a great game is happening
Ready
right
with
now.
the 2-0. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. And
literally
action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander.
KK is watching.
Up.
What's up, KK? No, I was chatting with you guys in the comments.
Line to the right side.
As I did the
right
freaking
there is the second
video.
baseman, and that will retire the side. 2 left for the Mets. They lead it.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Gregorius.
We're beating Yankees. I'm a Mets fan. I want to beat the Yankees.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it.
No.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Let me turn this off.
A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Gregorius, also known as Sir Didi around the game and in the Netherlands. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level.
Let's strike this guy. Let's strike this fool out.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
I'll beat you up. That's
Well,
why I struck that guy out.
But it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Stepping in, Luke Voit. He went deep last night twice. The first offering on its way.
No, wait.
It's a fastball right over the inside corner.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
Get the ball.
Smith moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the
He
second
went all the way
out.
to the outfield.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Aaron Hicks.
Digging in, Aaron Hicks. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night.
You want to see me play Call of Duty or anything? I'll play Call of Duty if you want me to.
And there's his strike right down
I'll
the
just
heart
save
of
the
the plate,
game,
0-1.
and I'll play Call of Duty if you all
Wow,
want to
there's
play
a
Call of
pitch
Duty.
right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Now,
Oh, why we swing at
this,
that? I
and
didn't even mean
things
to
are
do
not
that.
Looking real promising.
Why
here,
the hell
down
would we swing at that?
0-2.
Oh, man, he just tied him up in knots right there.
That was a bad swing. Why would you swing
Into
at
the
that?
windup.
That was like
Here
super
comes
in.
the 0-2
Right by his
pitch.
freaking leg.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Broxton's on his horse, and that's the third out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jeff McNeil. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Hicks on the move. 1 out.
Okay, forget it. I'm just still watching.
The batter, number 1.
You're not watching no more. Wait, you still watching?
Standing in, Ahmed Rosario. He doubled his last time through. Now here's the pitch. Here's a line shot that's going to get over the head of Gregorius and on into left center for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts.
I want to know if you want me to play a different game like right now.
Two ways,
I
Matty.
can
Either
save
they have
this.
a ton of respect for the man on the mound, and they are just going to ambush tactics.
I can play Call of
and it
Duty.
seems to work
Or
for
any
them,
other game you
or
want me to
can look
play.
at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Here's Jed Lowry now. Now a ball lined to the left
I'll
side.
even play Fortnite if you
foul.
want me to play Fortnite.
0-2 the count to Jed Lowry.
It's crazy. Okay, no Fortnite. Well, what do you want me to play? Call of Duty.
0-2, here it comes.
Nope.
Missed with a breaking ball.
No Fortnite.
Boy,
okay.
that's a tough pitch to lay off
So,
right there.
Call of
Just out of
Duty.
the strike zone. But listen,
I
when you're a
have,
300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those
WWE.
so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
Let me see. Hold on. Call of Duty. I have Horizon Chase. It's like a racing game. I have Detroit. I have Friday the 13th. I have H1Z1. I have Gang Beast. Alright, you said WE. So,
Feel confident.
okay. Oh,
Here
they're going
comes
to take
the
out a
Yankee
pitcher.
manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the
WWE,
mound.
okay.
And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to
Get
be
him outta
for his
here!
starter this afternoon. So
No,
he'll
I'll
exit
play
here this
WWE,
afternoon
okay?
to a smattering
Get him
of
outta
boos
here!
after what can be described as really a subpar performance.
Wait, Friday the 13th? You want me to play Friday the 13th?
Chad Green answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Okay. Let's save this game. We'll play this game another time. Alright, so what do you want me to do on WWE? You want me to play as your character? And like face like or do like a tournament or something? I'll do that. I have to end the live stream though and start a new one. So I'm gonna end this live stream, KK, and I'm gonna start another one on WWE right away. So like, join that one. Join that live stream when it starts. I'll even text you telling you that I started another one. All right, hold on.